This is the Alfa Romeo in Roblox Fixitup. To market as the last car in the I series, we decided to go with a more luxury car, and I figured why not give one of the event cars that were free some of the spotlight. Now, we're not going to do anything too crazy to this car. I will say we are going to give it a tune because I don't believe it has one. We're also going to give it a new fitment for the wheels because as much as I like these wheels, it could be a little bit better. All right, let's get this thing up on the lift and we'll go ahead and take these off. And let's go ahead and get the fitment done for the wheels. Now, again, if you're having trouble finding fitment for your vehicles, you can go to the wiki for Fixitup, and they'll usually have everything that you'll need. So shout out to these guys right here. They're the people who usually do the fitments for every car. And down here, as you can see, they only have 39 cars currently with fitment. But if we go to the Alfa Romeo, we can see what our fitment is going to be for. And it's looking to be a 240, 21, and 25. So let's go ahead and find some tires. So 21 and 240s, boom and boom, and then 300 in the rear. And then 25s, put these into our inventory and we bring them over here. Also, if you didn't know, you can in fact stack these. So even if it's different wheels, all you have to do is just put everything up onto the machine and click 4 times. Of course, if it wants to work correctly. Yes, sometimes it does work, sometimes it doesn't. So you do actually have to end up like putting them off the thing and putting them back on. All right, I will say that does in fact look clean. All right, and now let's go get the tune. See what the max speed we're gonna get is. Of course, if we don't hit a car. Or the little backfires. That time I didn't even think I was gonna hit them. And now we're on the other side. Alright, I guess this will be a little bit easier. Absolutely struggled. Alright, now that we finally made it to the tuner, let's go ahead and finally put the tune on. Here's the tune for anybody who may want it. Again, this is just the universal tune that the 4.0 and the 3.8 uses. This should give you about 1275 horsepower or 1250, whichever, within the 3.8. Alright, let's go ahead and give ourselves a launch. And of course there was a car. that did not go as planned. Alright, I may or may not have gotten annoyed with the highway, so we're going to do our launch here because there's no cars. That was actually pretty good, not gonna lie. I'm not sure why people actually sleep on this thing. I don't typically see it out a lot, and people don't tend to really use this car since it's an event car. And I'm honestly starting to think if it's just rare, or people sold it for profit, or they're just gatekeeping it in the garages. But now that we know that it's pretty fast, let's go ahead and put the license plate on this thing, and this car will mark as the finale of the I series. Go ahead and buy the license plate, and just like that, we now officially have the 4th member of the Iced series. So we have Drag, Show, JDM, and now Luxury. It's finally done.
dream.